Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden making a swing through South Florida tonight. This is the first time the former vice president has visited our area since 2019. The Biden campaign agreeing to a town hall in Miami. He fielded questions from self-described undecided voters.
The town hall aired right here on WPTV News Channel 5 and was moderated by NBC's Lester Holt. Our Shannon Cake is live in Miami tonight with more. Hey, Shannon.
Good evening, Ashley and Michael. From just outside the Art Museum here, the town hall wrapped up about 9 o'clock tonight. As you mentioned, Joe Biden taking questions from undecided voters. A much different look to this town hall for sure. It was outside. The press was limited and the audience rather small, though the people in the audience are sure to have a lot of impact come November 3rd. It was a town hall
in Miami with Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden
with a much different look. Hosted by NBC News on an outdoor veranda at the Perez Art Museum, right along beautiful Biscayne Bay. The voters, limited in number, processed through one gate and screened with a 10-question health check. Around back and on deck, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden took questions from the all-important undecided Florida voter. One woman concerned that Biden, in her words, seemed to be thrown off his game by President Trump in the first presidential debate.
I'm used to bullies. I used to stutter when I was a kid. I learned how to fight. I got a nickname. They called me Shoe Leather. I was little, but they could beat me up, and I hurt them in the process.
Other serious questions ranged from the economy to COVID.
Can you tell us what the Biden-Harris federal response plan is that would unite our country?
As President of the United States, I would make a federal mandate on federal property, federal buildings. You must wear a mask, period, and you must be socially distanced, number one. Number two, I would make sure we move very rapidly to get testing available to everyone.
Then this question from a furloughed flight attendant.
What will you do to restore the travel and tourism industry?
We could have, in fact, already solved that problem. The Congress passed the legislation to provide the money to keep the airlines up and running.
Tonight's town hall, the final stop on a long day stump trip through Miami, trying to shore up the undecided voter, perhaps one of Biden's more critical stops here. We asked exiting voters whether tonight made a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, I am 100% voting for Joe Biden.
I think that I always had my answer, but it's certainly confirmed.
Full disclosure, we were only able to catch up with about 5 of those self-described undecided voters. All of them did tell us coming into tonight they were leaning toward voting for Biden, and they did tell us at the back end that they intend to vote for Joe Biden on November 3rd. Another important and crucial part of the electorate is the Hispanic vote as well. Joe Biden spent much of this day courting that population as well. Our Matt Cesney was here in Miami alongside me today. He has that part of our coverage tonight.
Latino voters were well represented among demonstrators out here along Biscayne Boulevard near the site of the town hall. And like recent polls have shown, they are all not for the same candidates. Out along Biscayne Boulevard at the entrance to the Perez Art Museum, Biden and Trump supporters waved flags and made noise. On one corner was Luis Medina with Latinos for Trump.
Latinos for Trump, the reason that we're supporting the president is because he believes in legal migration. And so many Latinos have migrated from Latin America against socialistic policies, against dictators.
It's a familiar argument for the president, especially in Little Havana, along Calle Ocho.
A lot of the Cuban population, they're very with Trump.
Joe Biden is trying to make inroads and connect with Latin voters. His town hall trip to Miami started with visits to Little Haiti and Little Havana.
Biden is a really nice guy.
Ernesto Tenorio told us Biden is winning over voters here in Little Havana.
I know there's a lot of Spanish people that they've been talking to myself, and they say that they're going to vote for Biden.
Many voters didn't want to tell us who they were voting for. Loyalties here among family and friends divided in this presidential race.
Let me tell you something. Sure. I'm not against Republicans. I'm not against it. I like both, but I don't like Trump. It's not that I don't like Republicans. I don't like Trump.
And the campaigns in the coming weeks are expected to focus more on Latino voters. Just next week, the next presidential debate, just a few blocks from here. In Miami, Matt Cesny, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And back out here live once again outside the museum this evening. As for this town hall format, Michael and Ashley, the NBC producers tell me they reached out to both the Trump and Biden campaign offering this format with a group of undecided voters. They heard back from the Biden campaign. They have yet to hear from the Trump campaign on whether the president would attend. We're live in Miami tonight. I'm Shannon Cake, WPTV News Channel 5.